Hi, this is Adrienne King. You may know me from Friday the 13th, the original First Final Girl. And you are watching Dead Curse Society.
Rock and roll!
6 o'clock already, it was just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. My I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Woo! And here we are again, folks. Another Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society. I'm Red Crank. I got Zigzag. I got the Colonel and FaZe. What up, guys?
What's up? What's going on, man? Everybody's here. It's crowded in here.
It is.
It's too fucking crowded.
Can't fucking stretch out a little bit.
It's fucking.
Try to.
Migraine's coming back. Ah!
Yep. That's it.
Fuck you!
Already,
Get started. Let's get started, man.
right out of the gate. Damn.
All right.
Well, hey, thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to be chatting a little bit about Trap, the newest film from M. Night Shyamalan that is in theaters now. We'll be giving you our breakdown here in a little bit. Of course, we will keep it as spoiler-free as possible as we can until the end. So tune in for a little bit. There's way too many spoilers in the trailer, and that's one thing that we're going to start talking about at the very top here in a little bit. But
as always, you'll be alerted by.
oh, yes.
There it is.
No, you won't.
You can bail out, mute it, whatever you need to do, and you will not. I don't know this. We'll get into it.
Yeah,
I don't think
don't.
there's much we can really spoil with
I'm
this.
just
one.
saying the guy that's telling you you're going to get a spoiler alert is going to give you a spoiler and be like, oh, wait a minute. Then flash the spoiler alert.
That's
Oops.
what usually happens. Colonel knows what's up.
It's the term spoiler here that's in question, I guess.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
For me.
Whatever, man. But let's see who's in the room. Who do we got with us tonight? All right, we got Lorena, we got Gina, we got Grizzly, we got BK. Paula's here. St. John's, Michigan. Jason is in the house. What's up, man? Luke's here.
BD Mags is here. Literally.
Oh, is he in the room?
Right over there.
What up, BD?
Nice.
I heard a bark. Was that your dog or was that your brother?
That was him.
Okay. I couldn't tell. Adam's here. Joshua's here. And I'm sure there's some other people that are just being quiet for now because the comments haven't blown up yet. Good. I'm glad some of you guys are here because I do have, before we really get going, kind of a little special announcement. Not a big major deal, but the That's Crank as Fuck shirts are now available in the store. And you are given two options. You can get the censored or the uncensored version, because it does say fuck on the shirt. So it can say fuck, or it can say F, pound sign K.
Based on the rep of the DCS and everything, if you walk around with a censored fuck on a DCS shirt, I think you got to lose the street cred with it, man.
No.
Go all in with it. You know, I guess if you're going to school or something, you can, you know, that I understand this.
No. I think you're okay. But yes, they are available on the website now. So come and check it out. There's Patricia. And there's, she says, oh, can't hit it. There we go. Boy, did I show up at a great time. Those shirts. Bill wants to know, do you have my size? I think it goes up to 3X. So I hope that covers you. I don't know. I think that's all we could do on those. But if not, let me know and I'll try to figure something out.
It fluctuates, man. Sometimes they have 4X.
Right.
There you go. See, Lorena knows. I recommend the uncensored.
Lorena recommends the uncensored version, of course.
Right of freedom of speech, baby. Rock that fuck proudly.
Grizzly says, I like PHUK if you're going for edited. Yeah, didn't think about that, but yeah, that could work too. But yeah, check out the website over there and pick you up a new DCS shirt. And we're still working on the new Angelo design. That's becoming a little more complicated than we thought it was going to be, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
We've got at least a bunch of samples we're going to test now of the next one. So
right. Uh-oh. And Bill says, fuck. So
right.
I assume he must be a fuck you. Anyway, we'll see. We'll find out soon when we get down to, oh, crap. And there goes our layout again. Every time we do something like that. There we go. We'll be checking out Bill and Grizzly and Twins and all the crazy folks down in New Mexico when we get down to Morgan Crypt Horror Fest, September 27th through the 29th. Hope some of the rest of you will take a trip and come down and join us. That's going to be tons of fun. And
it's in a casino, for fuck's sake. I mean,
yeah, it's in a casino. So
the fun just keeps on going even after the horror events end.
So there may be a weird DCS poker tournament going on late night.
Jeff showed me this room, dude, and I can't really talk about it in here, but it was like, what the fuck is going on? Remember that one phase? Like right in the middle of the room, there was something in the floor.
I don't remember this, no.
It's a hot tub in the middle of this fucking room. It's gigantic. I mean, this is going to be a fun trip, man. You might not want to miss this one, folks. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, yeah, get your tickets at morgancryptabq.com, and I hope to see a bunch of you guys there.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get to the more business at hand, because I have a little surprise for you three gentlemen.
You remember?
Of course. Special thanks to our members and our final girls and guys. We'll start with them. Christy Facciani. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, correct me, please, because I want to get names right. But Christy, thank you for signing up. C-Phase, Lorena, BD, Alex, Robert, and then, of course, thanks to our crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And, of course, to our camp counselors, Adam, Corey, Christy again, because she originally signed up as this, and just yesterday, I think, or today, signed up as the final girl.
You can upgrade.
I got to figure out how to cancel one of those and not charge her twice.
You goddamn right you have to. Shit.
Yeah.
It's easy. I actually know how to do it. I didn't notice it until today, so I got to fix that after the show. But yes, special thanks to our camp counselors, Adam, Corey, Christy, Luke, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Chuck Schick, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. He actually hit it right.
I was ready.
He was ready.
Yeah,
I think I stalled long enough too for you to get there.
But it dawned as soon as you went to the names. I was like, oh wait, we haven't done the names yet, and I went right up there. So.
Or that pen just isn't hitting as hard as it has recently.
Maybe so.
It is.
And if you
getting pretty low, man.
If you want to become a member and help support the DCS, check out deathcursesociety.com. Head on over to the membership tab and join up. Lots of stuff you can pick from and choose from there. Should be a fun time.
And you too receive the weekly golf clap from us.
and more. You know,
course.
depending on what you get. You know,
Endless adoration. And
oh, of course. Also, thanks to our associate producer C Phase, right down here. What's going on, man?
Not too much. Just got out of the theater from Trap, so ready to
Good,
talk about this thing.
good. So you
It's
got to go see
interesting.
it too, huh?
Yeah, I think you guys went to see it today as well.
I
When
did.
did you go see it, Colonel?
Shit, dude, I can't go on Mondays. I'm working. I went fucking Friday night.
Friday?
Yep, I just kept putting it up. I had a headache Saturday night, so I just fucking waited and then had enough fucking points. We're seeing so many goddamn movies lately. I had another free matinee on my card, so and I went.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Christy says no, charge for both. All righty.
Wow.
Well, now we got to figure out something extra special to do for her.
Exactly.
Yes, we do.
You know what?
To make a whole.
Sorry, Colonel.
One more step above, a whole new tier for that. Like,
Yeah, the
Shit.
double.
The double dippers or something
there
like
you
that.
go, double dippers.
Figure something out for that.
I can't think of anything else to really put there that doesn't sound completely dirty. So I'll leave it at that. Double dipper was even on the edge, but
Double
I
dipper.
apologize.
That's kind of where you're coming from. And I'm a bigger guy. I was like, don't double dipping those mozzarella sticks. You only dip it once.
Could,
Or two scoops of ice cream, something like that.
definitely be taken out of context the wrong way, So
Us
Steve
taken
the
out of
man
context? No, never.
We are supposed to compare.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's get into it because I'm actually kind of curious to see what you guys say about Trap. This is gonna be an interesting conversation because I'll be honest, I'm kind of torn on this movie in a few ways. So let's get into it with, first off, the anticipation and marketing. Based on the first trailer, I was kind of looking forward to this because I thought this was an excellent concept. Colonel, I'll start with you on this one.
No,
What did you think of the marketing?
The anticipation, like I said, the concept I thought was great with the first trailer. I really did. I was like, man, this is something I haven't seen before.
Mhm.
I'm really looking forward to it. But then, as we all know, the folly of modern horror, the marketing kind of sucked because you gave me the fucking movie before I even seen it. Let's be honest. Like, you started off so well, and then you shit the bed.
Well, you're getting into the movie, though. We're just
Yeah.
talking about anticipation and the
Well, you say
marketing.
anticipation and marketing. I count trailers as marketing. You're marketing that movie.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm saying Halloween 2018, folks.
Yep.
I pieced it together before I entered the theater. Kind of did the same with Trap.
Yep.
And Pet Cemetery. So,
We can go on and on.
yes.
Fayez, what about you? What did you think of the trailer and the marketing, and how'd that boost your anticipation for this movie?
God, I never remember trailers for movies, but I do remember seeing. I do remember seeing M Night Shyamalan. It's like name in the trailer and being like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm sure we'll be watching that, and sure enough, we will be, and we have. I don't know, man. I didn't think much about it
Okay.
beforehand, even the marketing. Like it didn't impact me like it did you guys. Clearly,
Well, Ziggy, yeah, I guess you're my saving hope on this. Do you have anything important to add to your anticipation of this movie before it came out, before we saw it? And he's like, no, fuck it, move on.
No. Actually, the whole thing is, we said we've been to the movies quite a bit these last couple of months, eh?
Mhm.
And this fucking trailer's been at every single one of them the whole way. We've seen it every 8-9 times. I've seen this fucking trailer. So, yeah, I dug the concept going into it for sure. But I mean, anticipation was fucking way low because I was just sick of seeing the goddamn trailer, man. Like, I get it, and I see it up. We're going to a concert. This guy's a serial killer who loves his daughter. We're gonna try to escape. That's what we know. And go, So I mean, I've been burned by Shyamalan so many fucking times. I was just like, I wasn't expecting much at all here.
Okay. Wow.
What'd you expect us to say? We're crank as fuck for this movie? Because I mean, to be honest, it's not like Shyamalan, man. Like, it's like
No. Dude, like I said, I really dug the concept of this, and I liked a couple of his last ones. Old was okay, but I really like Knock at the Cabin. So I thought, man, you know what? He's
back.
He's kind of delivering a little bit more than he has in the past. And because this concept was kind of so fresh and so new, maybe not completely original, but the setting for sure was original, and that just added to the anticipation for me, at least. But yeah, as we talk about quite a bit, the trailer itself gives away too much. But I thought about this for a little bit. Would there have been a way, and guys, if you haven't seen the trailer, this is a spoiler that's about to come out, so I will mention this, but if you've seen the trailer, you know. In the trailer, they pretty much reveal that Josh Hartnett is the butcher. He's the criminal that the police are trying to capture at this concert. Would there have been a way to market this movie or do a trailer without giving that away? Because I'm not sure, man. I'm not really sure they could have. Not Colonel, how about you?
I think you could have. You could have. Hey, it's a trap. We're here to catch a serial killer. Josh Hartnett's there with his daughter. You could have spun that, and it's just a father trying to protect his daughter at this concert. There's a killer there. You know, you don't know what's going on. They could have done it. It would have been very misleading, though.
Dude, you got it. I mean, I totally would have taken this the way, because he's so wholesome with his daughter, and even in the trailer. I would have just had glimpses like, oh, he caught wind. There's a serial killer here. You know, we don't necessarily know it's him, but now he's in protection mode. It almost turns into sudden death with Jean-Claude Van Damme or. Fuck, I had another one. I forgot what it is. But I mean, you know what I mean? He's actually trying to stop something from going down. And, you know, but we already knew. The trailer reveals completely he is the serial killer right away, and this is an escape mission.
Okay, you just said exactly what I was trying to elicit out of one of you guys. You just said it.
All right.
I don't think there's enough clips or scenes from this movie that you could have portrayed, even in a 2-minute trailer or a 90-second trailer. I don't think you could have portrayed Josh Hartnett's character as a hero trying to protect his daughter. Plus, keep in mind, this is an M. Night Shyamalan movie who's famous for his twist. And if that trailer that you guys just described was put out there, everyone would have guessed, oh, well, Josh Hartnett's a serial killer, you know.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe. I think give people too much credit. Just being honest.
That's true. I've been out in public a lot the last week or so, and yeah, you may have a point there, Colonel, actually. So, FaZe, any thoughts on that? Could they have done the trailer and the marketing a little bit differently to disguise that big spoiler?
I don't know. I'm kind of on your side on that one. I think there is just too much alluding to him being the serial killer to hide it. At least in this. I mean, yeah, it would have been misleading as fuck not to, but it also would have been really difficult to quick cut and edit that and make it seem that way. It's easier to just
fuck that. It could have been.
Out. I can't even think of what the twist was for this film. Now that you kind of mentioned that, because M. Night is known for his twist.
That's
but
it.
There wasn't really a fucking
no.
twist.
There's an end twist, which I said it's like a
sort of
a puddle. It's a fucking pebble into the fucking lake.
Right.
I can't even think of what it was.
Well, I'm telling you guys right now, I already know there are not enough scenes in the film to do this. Yes, there is. Do like another trend with new horror movies and trailers. Slow the footage down, spread it out, slow it down as much as you can. Drag that shit out. Pick a popular song and slow that shit down and make it sound ominous.
Yeah, just the classic Colonel, you know the one.
The old gray man. He ain't what he used to be. Something like that.
That was like 2.5 minutes, man. You got it.
Did we just redo the trailer?
I think we did.
You know what's funny? I didn't even get to move on to, since we already started talking about it. I didn't get to move on to the next graphic, which was trailer mistakes, since we're kind of already there. But
8 out of 10 events are spoiled in the trailer.
Right. That was a big one. That was a big one. But dude, still, I so much like this concept of, and I can't remember where I read this, but I heard he pitched it as like a, you know, a serial killer is being hunted at a Taylor Swift concert. Yeah. And that's kind of what it was. So I like the idea.
Lady Raven, is that what her name was?
Yeah. Well, it's Knight's daughter, like real life daughter. And we'll get into that here in a minute too.
Yeah, I kind of see the double agenda here with the sound. Even though I was tapping my foot a couple times, God damn it.
Oh, bull. Yeah.
Bullshit.
So I'll give everyone a sneak peek at one of the topics that we're going to be covering near the end. But Vanity Project?
Yeah. Oh man.
So
I already have the perfect comparison for that, so I'm ready for that fucking topic, man.
Oh, you're ready, huh?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's see here. Let me look at a few comments here. Went back too far.
Well, we're waiting.
Stop it. Stop it. You read all this shit and then figure out what we can talk about it.
Oh, I know how hard it is.
Just trying to fill some space, man.
All right. Who the hell is calling me funky? I'm not even gonna read that. What's going on here? Okay. Bronson, we'll get into this later because we're going to talk a little bit about this. Have you guys ever seen Signs? Mel Gibson's in it, and M. Night Shyamalan directed it as well, believe it or not. Shyamalan co-wrote Stuart Little. Interesting. I'd forgotten.
That little bit I did not know.
Signs was fun. Yeah. There we go. Tarek says, I honestly thought the trailer was a runaround and that he wasn't actually the killer.
See?
You know, I kind of liked the, there was a lot of talk online before the movie came out about, oh, maybe the daughter's the serial killer. And I was like,
I went there for a second, but then I was like, there's no way.
That's a stretch, man. She's like, yeah, she's like 13. But
how twisted would that have been, though, dude?
Now, well, I don't want to get into that yet. There we go. Whole damn enchilada says, I think they had to reveal that in the trailer. We knew what, but we didn't know how, and the how is the mystery, not who or what. That's kind of, well, not exactly my point, but I don't know if there was a lot in this movie to make a trailer without giving that away. So that's what I was kind of thinking of. BD says, easy Dixie crank. Not even sure what that means, but all right. All right, and Rick says, and we didn't need a big twist where we don't know Hartnett is the guy, then he is. So, all right. Luke says, come back. M. Night should make a movie with no twist. That would be his new twist.
Straight movie.
Which, I'll be honest, that's one of the reasons that I liked Knock at the Cabin so much. So remember, there's no fucking twist. Like, it really was what it was.
Right.
It's just a disturbing concept. That's stayed in the vein, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Tarek also says it would have been the perfect twist with that trailer that he's actually got a vendetta against the killer and he's taking the opportunity to hunt him. Well,
and again, now we're kind of back to that sudden death with Jean-Claude Van Damme during a hockey game. They have the hockey game and it's going to blow up. I mean,
right.
It's same but different. But
right.
I actually, if we're going, man, I did dig the fucking setup and how it was going down. You know, I mean, it was pretty good. Here we go.
Let's go there. Act 1 pre-show. Start it off, Ziggy.
I will continue. Yeah, he gets right away they're going to this concert. They're, you know, obviously this is the new thing. You know, it's Lady Gaga, it's Taylor Swift, 13-year-old girl, and almost getting there.
Approximately 13.
Young girl, very young girl, preteen.
Right.
And they're there. He's got floor seats. But then as we get there, this is when he reveals, he looks at his phone. He goes in the bathroom and you see he's got a guy, you know, but he seems like a normal fucking dad. He's very protective. And, you know, Josh Hartnett, he kind of assumed that dad role. He's come a long way since H2O and this fucked up haircut, you know? So, I mean,
he's still got some fucked up hair in this.
Yeah, he's a man. He still does have fucked up hair. But he's a man now, and he's believable as a dad to me. So that's what it is getting him into the concert, the whole first act. But I loved the concert aesthetic here, too. It actually felt like you were at a fucking show. Colonel.
Dude, no, I'm right there with you, man. You nailed the fucking nail on the head. For one, though, I don't know how he can afford those fucking floor seats. Just saying, have you not seen concert ticket prices lately?
Especially if it's like a Taylor Swift, those were fucking. That would have been $1,200 a piece for those for row 44.
I mean, that's how I knew I was watching a fucking movie. But you're right; it definitely felt like a concert. Felt like a hyped up arena show.
Yep.
It did a great. And what I liked about that was that felt so anti-Shyamalan.
Yeah,
you guys felt that? I was like, like.
Yeah,
you know,
because
he's pretty serious, and it's like he's actually kind of having fun with this. You know, it's a tight area, and
he puts you right in the crowd, man. It's cool. You're standing right next to the fucking killer the whole time, dude. It's fucking great.
Right, but yeah, I like Colonel's point on that because you know it is normally his films are very compressed in a small area, small cast. You know, this was fucking huge with 20,000 extras.
25,000 extras, man, in this fucking arena. And I was looking around, and you know what? They were all kind of doing pretty good. I didn't catch anyone fucking up.
Well, and they did a pretty cool thing with this. I guess Salika, his daughter, I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know.
Is she really an artist like this?
She is a musician. Yeah, she is a musician. And here's part of the thing that I didn't like about this, or at least once I found this out. He wrote this as like he wanted to do a concert film for his daughter. But then when he started writing this, it turned into a little bit more, but he still wanted to kind of focus on his daughter and some of her songs and stuff like that. And then she ended up writing like 8 or 10 new songs for this soundtrack for the concert.
Is she called Lady Raven in real life?
No.
Okay.
Her name is Salika.
Salika.
She just goes by the one name.
That's cool.
Like Madonna,
I saw Shyamalan in the credits under the music, and I went, okay, here we go.
Well, yeah. Well, no. I mean, she.
Yeah.
In that credit, she goes by Salika Shyamalan. Yes, but yeah. So he does this as like a concert film for his daughter. But the clever thing they did was for all the extras they hired, they sent them these 8-10 songs. And said, learn them because we're going to want you singing them in the crowd as she's performing. And they did shoot it like a concert film, a lot of it.
I 100% agree with that. I mean, it was like you were at a concert in the 45th row.
Mm-hmm.
And but then that's like, you know, at this time he's just enjoying his daughter's glee and joy. You know, her watching the concert, he's loving it.
Well, we're not even to really the concert yet, Act 1. No.
Well, I mean, you know, him kind of gets right. You know what I mean? They go, that's when nothing happens before that. What happened?
Well, I mean, just the setup of them, their characters, especially, you know, let's talk about it. Meet the Butcher. Josh Hartnett as Cooper.
He's like the perfect Ted Bundy, like kind of just trusting, just warm, friendly. He's good, man. He's really good in this role. That
serial killer next door.
Yeah. I mean,
he did make some quirky choices, but I kind of liked it. You know? I kind of liked the way he played it. It took me a little bit to get used to it, but, you know. I did like their father-daughter dynamic, especially when they're talking about, like, the term crispy and jelly.
Yeah. You know, it was really funny. I mean, you know, the dad jokes. I mean, anytime a dad joke comes, every kid cringes, you know, and they did a pretty good job. with that interacting.
Colonel, was that accurate
That
with
is-
a preteen girl?
That is 100% accurate. I live to see this face. That's how I know it's really fucking good. Like,
Nice.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
That's where Colonel wins.
Mm.
Point
So,
for
right,
Colonel.
I mean, and he's got to go to the bathroom. But he doesn't want. He's like, listen, you want to stay here and watch the show, or you want to come with? And that's a scene right there where I was kind of like going, I kind of misread it. It's the OCD thing, kind of first time you see the OCD thing.
Mhm.
That's what that was. And I was like, okay.
But that plays out.
And it looks like something else. Yeah.
But that plays out through the rest of the movie too. The whole
Yes.
OCD thing.
That's
FaZe, what about you? Did you like the father-daughter dynamic and the introduction of Josh Hartnett?
Yeah, it was good. He's a really good pickpocket too. I don't know if that's getting into spoiler territory at all, but I mean, we know he's the bad guy here. He occasionally has to be sneaky and kind of, almost become a spy movie in some parts. It was kind of funny, but fucking, it was well
Bond.
played.
James Bond would have been proud.
Little James Bondy, yeah, a little
Dude,
bit.
I'm telling you, he's a lost member of the Sticky Bandits.
That'd
Sorry, I had to throw it in there because that's what I thought.
be funny. But yeah, no, he was good. He was one of the, I guess, realer aspects of the movie, despite him being a killer. I guess because there was a lot of things in this. There were a lot of things in this that was like, come on, and it involves a lot of the other characters.
Okay.
But we'll get there when we get there.
All right. Rick just mentioned, was just looking at the credits and seeing that Cleveland's own and ex-co-star and producer, Kid Cudi, was in this. Yeah, he was the, I don't remember the performer's name, but he was the blonde rapper that went and saw her backstage and then was I fucking Cooper when he walked past, which I thought was kind of weird, but.
They say puppies helps with the ratings.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? Patricia says, "Aw, puppies." Yeah, that should get us a few extra reactions and likes on there. By the way, smash that like button for the puppies. You cheap tactic bastard.
Oh Lord.
Puppies and babies, right? That's what they love.
Well, the other main character, his daughter, Haley, is that right? No,
Oh, shit. You got to see more reason I am. Help me out.
Riley.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
Played by Ariel Donahue. Oh, if I would just click the button, it would have been right there. That's why I did that, because I couldn't remember her damn name. But yeah, Ariel Donahue as Riley. I thought she nailed this. It was just like a kid at a Taylor Swift concert. And I thought she did a great job. Most of the way through, especially in the beginning. I loved their connection and their dynamic when it came to the beginning and the act one. Anything to add on that?
I'm just going to say nothing. She did a great fucking job. It was hard for me to like her because back in the 7th grade, the oldest was having issues with a little shit named Riley. So as soon as it was Riley, I was like, man, fuck that kid.
She's got a bully in this too.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. That's right. Yeah.
I say, yeah. I mean, I found myself smiling along a couple of times with her joy. She's that good. I mean, it was beaming off the screen. So
I mean, it really was. And like I said, as a girl dad, this shit hits different for me. Like that's the world I live in. I mean, except for Taylor Swift, it's BTS. You know what I'm saying? It's the stuff I have to listen to. But
I don't have any girls, but I did really feel the dad stuff connecting, a lot, pretty strong. So
yeah,
way around.
Yeah. About your dogs again, though. Paula says those are demons in a cute disguise.
They sure are, man.
And yes, they are. One of them did not like me the entire fucking weekend.
I tried to. I even walked up and I had them just like I was holding them here, and they're relaxed. But she was just kept stiffening up and kind of juking her head, kind of
Give
like
me that. Give me that.
That 13 ghosts cucking that. So we didn't need to fuck around, man, and get crank bit before we were going to a convention.
No, I was gonna get nipped to death. FaZe, anything else to add on Ariel as Riley?
Not really. I mean, she did really well as well.
All right.
Playing that excited teenager in a concert just kind of brings you back a little bit.
All right. Well, damn, we're booking right along. Let's get into Act 2, bitches. The concert and backstage area. Ziggy's already kind of covered it a little bit.
Reached the concert. He's enjoying the concert through his daughter, with his daughter, giving her. She got all A's and B's on a report card, so this is her reward, and probably the only reason he would take a chance like this.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a good point. Even though I disagree. Oh, you got A's and B's on your report card. You go to a concert. That shit's expected in my house.
Damn.
Cool. Good report card. 4.0 average. Take out the trash. That's your chore.
Yep. You get an extra scoop of
You
corn.
get the golf clap.
You get the
For
golf
real.
clap, and you get a golf clap, and I'm proud of you. But fucking $1,000 floor seats. Fuck that. No.
Damn.
Incoming message from
Let's go to the fucking store. You can pick out an outfit, but I'm not doing that.
incoming message from Colonel's daughters.
Sarge is easy. Oh, you want this fucking Barbie doll? Here. The old one, I'm like, how much? Just talking about concerts. She's like, BTS is me. All right. I'm going off track here on the show. Just kind of tell you guys how I related to this. So, if you don't know, if you're in South Korea, it's mandatory you serve in the military. Well, there's a couple members of BTS that are coming out of the military in December. So she's like, they're going to go on a big world tour next year. All right. She's like, the probably closest they'll come to Chicago. And this is how she's talking me into it. So we can go to Chicago. If I get a pre-sale code, tickets probably be like $500 each. I'm just like,
For South Korean boy band or North Korean boy band?
South
South
Korean.
Korean boy band.
South Korean. Jesus.
Yeah. I like her enthusiasm and the way she's trying to sell it. She's doing a good job. I'm like,
Well,
So she got the price.
here's what we need. We need about 6 more Morgan Crypt Horror Fest conventions that we can come to, and 12 more Days of the Deads, and about 6 more Monster Manias.
Yes. Whorehound can get in on us.
I'm like,
Whorehound can get in.
I'll just send her up there in the Uber and be like, come back.
Good luck. Take your,
The French.
Here's some bear mace. Have fun.
yeah, take your pepper
Oh my
spray.
God.
And... All right.
Sorry.
Phase, concert and backstage of Act 2, that whole section. 'Cause this movie is clear Act 1, clear Act 2, clear Act 3, I think. Because pretty much when they leave the concert, that's Act 3. So
Sure. So, I mean, this is where it kind of started to lose me. As usual, I feel like I've been saying that a lot in these last few movies. Yeah, it's starting to lose me in Act 2. But, fuck. Like, and the reason here is because, like, the dad, like, he talks to somebody, like, some backstage, like, the uncle of the singer or something, or supposedly so, and tells her, he lies to her about his daughter, Riley, having leukemia. And he's like, oh, hang on, what are your seats? And they ends up getting her, backstage, and also, like, this, like, special role on the fucking on stage where you get to dance with the star, whatever her name is, something Raven. It's just all
Lady
this
Raven,
shit
yeah.
that would never happen in a gajillion fucking years. And
Well,
it's just,
but-
I don't know.
It's at the end of the second act, though, kind of.
Yeah.
but that's also
Yeah, I don't know if
showing
I'm
off
jumping a
his
little bit, but it's like,
but that's showing off his manipulation skills.
Sure.
sure,
So-
I can understand that, but it's like, fuck. Like,
I mean, you got to remember, he found out it was a trap by saying one sentence to the merch guy. And George, I tell you what, man, it's a trap for a serial killer. You should want the shirt in extra and small, or you want it medium? Like,
yeah,
that's-
right. I mean, and that was fun, and him pretending to forget his credit card there so he could get away. He's a sneaky motherfucker. He's just a little too lucky in his success, I guess, because you would never, like, most people at a concert be like, your kid is leukemia. I'm sorry to hear that. We might,
Right.
Might be able to get you backstage, but on stage, get the fuck out of here.
There were plenty of plot contrivances that were
Just too linear, man.
a little too lucky, like you just said.
Yeah.
There was
I like
one
linear too, like Ziggy.
yeah, the one that I noticed was mid-show, and they go out to look for a T-shirt. Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That 13-year-old kid's not leaving that seat
No.
until the lights come on.
It's
Like-
a wardrobe change, you know. I mean, what the fuck? you
But
know?
that's normally that's like 40 seconds
right.
in a
They
show
walk
anymore.
off. They don't. It's like 4 measures, and they're back out in a new outfit. So yeah,
Right.
that didn't line up.
Right. And, you know, she's even they hear the next song starting or whatever after they've been out there for 5-10 minutes. That would have never happened.
No.
Not with like a big fan.
Even towards the end of the first act, he's starting to notice the police presence all around. You know.
Oh
and he's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
fuck, you know what's going on? And then that's when he goes and asks the vendor the guy's like, hey, you're
Jamie.
good looking out, man. He goes, you know what? Because I'm going to get another box. I'll be back later. Just give me 10 minutes. I'll get you a small shirt. And he's like, yeah, thanks. And then, hey, what's going on with the cops? You know, and oh man, I ain't supposed to say nothing. You
Right.
know, and
That
he
was
lays it
another
out.
one.
Which
Yeah.
That
fucking
was
drove
another one.
that drove me up a wall because it's like if you planned this, it would have been a hell of a lot more secretive than what it fucking was.
Oh yeah.
I
No.
highly doubt, the SWAT be taking coffee breaks in the back with the regular fucking folks and discussing what they're going to. It's just like, what the fuck?
That
See,
was absurd for sure.
Well, you guys
That's
are
what I kind of liked about Act 1 and 2. It did not feel, it was stupid, but and fun. That's not M. Night Shyamalan, man. Like, it did not,
Yeah.
he actually felt like he's having fun with this one.
it didn't
There we
lose
go.
me. I wasn't lost with it. I enjoyed myself through most of those first 2 acts.
There we go. Perfect. Tarek says, exposition guy, always so helpful. Yeah. Yeah. This was a good one. And
Yeah.
there's one
But,
scene
Dude,
there's one scene where he's talking with the Jamie, the vendor. Hold on. There's one scene where he's like, hey, I got to go down to the warehouse, or not the warehouse, but the storage, and get more shirts. So they go all the way down to the storage area, get a huge box of what I assume are small concert T-shirts or just concert T-shirts. They
Yeah.
pull like 4 out. He gives one to the guy, to Cooper, and then they walk outside and leave the rest of the box there. Like, you're out of small. Take the whole fucking box out there. What
Dude,
the
That's a good
hell?
point.
And I know Zag probably knows better than I do. I've been in enough shows to know they're not storing shirts down in the fucking storage area of the arena. They're packing them up,
That's
putting them.
true.
There's going to be multiple merch booths around the arena,
right.
circling around. That's
Mhm.
where it's going to be. It's not going to be down an elevator. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
if there's a closet close by, a storage room that has them, or a vendor, a cafeteria, one of the food parts, they'll shut it down and they'll just stick it in there. It's going to be close to all the vendors, though.
Right.
It's never going to be like that. I let that slide. That's okay.
Right.
I let that slide because he kind of showed that, like, hey, you're a good guy. Play it forward. He's like, all right, and then, here's your knife back. Instead of, because you could tell he was thinking, I'm cutting this motherfucker's head off, right now. Because he was in the back of the arena, nobody would have known.
Right. Well, all right. What were you about to piss yourself trying to say a second ago?
I think I got it out already. What do you mean?
Okay.
Me?
All right.
Yeah.
You were just like freaking out while I was trying to tell that.
He
Jamie
was going
story.
to go into the post-credit scene.
Oh no,
We
no,
can
no!
go
Just
into
that
later.
ties that guy together. The one that just the
Oh.
setup guy, the non-playable character. You know what I mean? Pretty much. It's,
Right.
but I loved it. That did make me crack up a lot, and I appreciated him a lot more after that.
Yeah, that did definitely help because, yeah, this movie, man. Now that we're talking about it a little, face to face in a way, this movie was a lot more funny than most of Shyamalan's stuff.
This is not a
Yeah.
horror film. Just some of the themes involved could be horror related, but this is not a horror film.
Well, and there's, I mean, hold on. Let me get to the thing.
Oh shit! The first one.
There's no fucking kills in this. Is there?
There's
not
no
that I can
kills.
remember.
I mean, yeah, and I think you're right. This is kind of a watered down thriller. You know, there's going to be tons of people on social media if it gets brought up and people are talking about oh, I love this movie, blah blah blah. There's going to be tons of comments under it where nah horror,
Right.
no, it's not horror.
It had moments where it made you think a kill was gonna happen, but then one didn't
there's
happen.
tendencies, slasher tendencies and stalker tendencies, but I mean it's just light. But Shyamalan has earned his place to be reviewed amongst the other horror films. So I mean I'm okay with that too. I'm not even mad we saw this, you know. So.
Right. No, I mean, it was a fun movie, I guess. All right. Major part of Act 2, of course, was Lady Raven, played by Salika. Any thoughts on her, FaZe?
I mean, at first, she was kind of the source of all the bullshit, bringing up Riley on stage and everything. Just like, come on, what's going on here? But as they kind of get into it, I don't know how spoilery you want me to get here. That's kind of probably more Act 3.
Yeah, we'll
get
say
more into her
some
character.
of that for Act 3, yeah.
Kind of get to meet her a little more then, so can
Right.
probably talk a little more about it then.
Well, and it's weird because she's kind of she's not really a character in Act 1 or 2.
No.
Until the very end of Act 2.
I guess that's a twist that she ends up becoming a character.
Oh, yes, that's something else we're going to talk about. The focus shifts, which there are several
Tons.
in this movie.
Like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
I was going like, but
Well, and that comes to well, no, we'll talk about that later.
yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll talk about that later. Colonel, anything about Lady Raven at all in this first part?
I mean, she was your basic standard top 40 pop star. She was good at that. I mean, she wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Can't say it any better than that. Madonna, Gaga, Taylor Swift, fucking Beyonce, you name it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
That's
folks.
what she is.
That's what you got, folks.
It's believable.
Look at
As a performer, she's good. She's good. If that's
she's
her music,
good. Not
all
my
right.
type.
It's
Not my style
type
of music.
shit.
But
Exactly not my type of shit. But it would fit right in and that kind of station, a nice, rhythm and blues station or the top 40, whatever it is. She knows she's going to be sitting around that. And yeah, I heard songs that sounded very much like the songs I would hear from artists named above.
Right. Orlando agrees. More suspense thriller.
Yeah.
Let me see if any of these starred ones are okay to mention here. Yeah, I can mention this because... Okay, yeah, this one I can do. Tarek says, like Ziggy, I did think that the daughter might be in on it. Not a stretch considering M. Night's other movie, Old. That crossed that line already. Yeah, kind of remember that now. Orlando also says, this would be a good little subtopic here. It was good to see Haley Mills as the FBI profiler. A far stretch from playing Miss Bliss on Saved by the Bell.
Let me tell you something. It's a crime that they didn't have more of the profiler's involvement and her studying this case.
Yes.
Fucking crime.
Yes.
Swing and a miss for
Yeah,
Shyamalan on that part.
She was such an ancillary character that they did not use her at all enough. So I will totally agree with you on that. All right, that's enough about Lady Raven. We will be coming back to her in a little bit.
Yeah.
Lorena nailed. Sorry.
Oh, Lorena nailed it.
Yeah, because I was going to mention, but I wasn't 100% certain. Haley, here, I'll pull it up real quick.
I got it.
All right. Haley Mills was in the original Parent Trap. Oh, which I thought was funny because it's the trap. Like, for me, I was like, I think, was she in Parent Trap? Like, yeah, so.
That is funny.
That, again, that's still another waste on the character, though. Like, they could have really played that up.
We kind of already talked about it, but the shifting focus, that was probably the least... This was the thing that bothered me the most about this movie. When it comes to, like, screenwriting and writing for films, most of your major scripts and movies follow what they call the hero's journey. And you can't even really say you were following the anti-hero's journey on this, because yes, for part of the movie, you're kind of following Josh Hartnett's character. And then at the end of Act 2, you start following Lady Raven. And then later on, you start kind of following somebody else. There was at least, 3 focuses that switched, and all 3 of those were very different kind of movies to me. And that was one thing I did not like. I wish it would have been more straightforward, I guess. But it was unconventional, which Shyamalan does a lot. Colonel, do you want to start this or zigzag?
I could get it out of the way.
I'll let him get it out there, because this is where I'll just say at this point, this is where, because I was enjoying this movie for 2/3 of it. Once this started happening, I sucked right the fuck out. I'll be completely honest with you.
Right.
It's like you did it to me again. This is not the first time in 2024 this has happened.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Ziggy? Or was that your comment? Just that?
Yeah, it does fit totally. I mean, Josh Hartnett is involved, though, in all of these shifting focuses. He's still in the scene.
He is.
But I think that's the point. But it is a bit abrupt, and it takes you out. It sucks you out of the story when he did this.
Okay, I'll give you an example though, and you'll love this. Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon does the same thing, but perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and they do it so
you don't
fucking
even
well.
notice the
it's a camera turn, man.
Right.
A camera turn, a camera pan, and a different movie begins.
Right.
It's great.
That works perfectly.
Yes.
But this, it just didn't for me at all. That's probably my biggest gripe about this movie.
I was more annoyed at the involvement, because we all know goddamn well Lady Gaga or Lady Raven is calling security in to take care and kick stomp some heads and get that motherfucker, kill him, get him. She's not going to be doing what she did. I just don't see this ever happening on any universe and any timeline of this kind of action happening in this scenario when she already knows where we are in this fucking story. It just, I was completely out of it by then. Like, all right, if that's where we're going, okay.
FaZe, what about you? You said something earlier about the shifting of focus, so I guess it bothered you as well.
Oh, it didn't seem to bother me as much as it bothered you guys, I guess. I don't know. It was definitely weird, because it was like the entire movie changed into something like it was like a genre shift, because you're no longer in this concert. It's now, the scenes became more, I don't even know what genre to give it in for Act 2. I have no idea. It was different.
I just thought about this. He kind of did the same thing in The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
You're watching the movie for a while, following it through, the kid's eyes, a little bit at least, and then you go through and you watch the movie again in Bruce Willis's eyes in that movie. So I guess it's a common thing he does, but yeah, this time it just didn't work.
It's just a little
and I don't know why.
It's murkier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with that. I mean, maybe it was rushed, because this film got put together pretty quick. And he even said he wrote the script in like 4.5 months, and that was a record for him.
Oh, jeez.
It normally takes him a year or more to write most of his scripts. And so take your time, Knight.
Yeah.
Let's stick to that.
He's a hit or miss. If he takes a year, fucking nuts.
Right. All right. Before we move on, it's that time, folks, because we're about to get into Act 3. And if you guys need to dip, I understand.
We understand.
All right, I'm out. That's fine.
Or if you want to be like Christy and double dip, we'll definitely like that too.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
oh, shit. I didn't mean that to sound as dirty as it did. I apologize. My bad. Sorry, Christy.
What the hell is the matter with you anyway?
Exactly. All right, Act 3, which I call the encore, which is pretty much right after the concert. It's we're spoiling it. So Cooper basically admits in a private room to Lady Raven that, hey, I'm the one you're looking for.
Well, hold on.
All of you are looking
Hold
for
on.
me.
Because as the movie's progressing, you keep hearing cut-ins of the profiler saying, "Hey, he's going to do this or he's going to do this."
Mhm.
No, for sure. And he scoops the radio at one point, so he's kind of listening to their banter. So he's got an edge, and then they come to the point where right before Crank said that, she says, "Okay, there's 3,000 men in here amongst the 19,000 girls. We're going to stop every one of them. He's going to talk to one of you in the next hour. Get ready," and
Right.
so he knows he's backed into a corner, and then he says, "Hey, I need a minute with the star." After that, they had a little dance on stage. She got to perform with his daughter. He worked it in there, the little scam with the cancer. And, okay, she would really feel great if we could walk out with your entourage and maybe get a limo ride. And she's like, "Great, no problem," And then she was like, "I just need to talk to you real quick." And then Crank, go ahead. She takes her into the room and tells her.
He tells her that he's the butcher, basically. And then he shows her on his phone a guy that's tied up in some random basement. And he says, there's a box in that room that's rigged up to this phone that will release carbon monoxide and kill that guy within 5 minutes.
It's somewhere between Saw and Silence of the Lambs, this guy.
Right. Or you drive us out of here, get us through security, let me go home, and I'll let this guy live. So she is kind of put in a pickle. I can understand where some people would value the life of one and try to do something. But I think what she was really doing, which we found out later, really, was she was just stalling for time until she could figure out a way to beat this guy. I think that's what she was really doing. Not that she was going to go along with his plan, but.
Oh, right.
That's what I thought. You mentioned that earlier about, I don't ever see Lady Gaga doing this. She'd just be like, call security. It's this motherfucker.
You guys, go get that guy.
Right. Well, at that point, though, he was never more than arm's reach away from her. So, let's see.
Proceed. So she agrees.
Go ahead. Yeah.
To take them, and they do this. They make it to the limo, and it appears because before she says that, she steps up and goes, "Okay, you guys just can go." She goes, "Hey, you think you can get us out the back way so we can avoid this?" And she's like, "Yeah, no problem. Just go through that checkpoint with the FBI and you're all set." So he's like, "Oh, that's a dead end." So we got to realize we need the limo ride with the unchecked. They're all good. High sign, let them go on the way out. So they get right out with the star and just drive us a block, drop us off anywhere. Our car is close. And it looks like he's going to get away.
Ooh, but then she's like, "I want to come over to your house, Riley."
And of course,
kind of like that. Have you ever heard that Bruce Springsteen story a long time ago when he was in St. Louis and this kid's just like, "Hey, you want to come over and meet my mom?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." This had to have been back in like the 80s, but it was kind of like that. So they drive to Cooper's house, meet his wife, meet his other kid. Grizzly says, "Silence of the Saw."
Silence of the Saw.
That's
We are supposed to compare.
Unfortunately, in like 2 minutes, that's going to be a fan film that's crowdfunding on Indiegogo. For either Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Silence of the Lambs or maybe a mashup of all three in the Jigsaw universe.
I got to learn to keep my fucking mouth closed.
Jesus Christ.
Another $1,000 idea.
Gave another one away.
Now, I will say the scenes at the house were fun, but it did drag on a little too long.
Cooper is shooting daggers at this woman the entire time. It's fantastic. It's great.
Are we trying to beat the titles now? Sawing of the Lamb. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Cooper is not liking Lady Raven in this because Lady Raven is not necessarily, she hasn't taken the power from him yet, but she's challenging him every single step of the way. FaZe, you want to jump in and talk about any of this?
I mean, there's one part that bugged me, but it would be jumping ahead a little bit. I mean, I'm trying to remember the full, like, everything that happened in the house. I mean, it's mostly the 13-year-old daughter being excited, like, oh my gosh, just this idol of mine's in my house. You want to come see my room? You want to,
Yeah,
you know, just all this. So you kind of use, you know, she's able to use that as a distraction to keep this butcher man from, you know, like, I don't know. He was constantly using his cell phone and holding it up to tease her because, you know,
right.
that's what's. He said he could easily kill this man just like dialing an Uber in
like
seconds.
all I got to do is hit a button.
Yep.
And Spencer's fucking dead. Yeah.
And it's like he was really bargaining on her caring about a stranger's life because, I mean, did they establish that she knows the Spencer guy at all?
No. But there were several moments in the concert where she was very empathetic with the audience. Like
right,
the whole,
they do establish that well. That's fair.
Right.
So they establish her as an empathetic personality, so that's fair. But that's pretty lucky that she cared enough about a single random life enough to put herself in this sort of ransom situation almost. And
well, I think that's pretty much the entire reason that she had that whole conversation on stage about, you know, my dad left when I was 7 and I decided to forgive him, you know, at some point in my life. So if you've ever chosen to forgive someone and let that hate out of your heart, turn the light on your phone, you know, that whole thing, which
it was a little on the nose.
Yeah.
Well, when I first watched it, I was just like, oh my God, this is so contrived. And then I watched it again and tied it to that. I was like, oh,
it's better.
Still contrived, but pretty heavy-handed. Jesus.
I mean, she knew they were after a serial killer the whole time.
Right. But again, Knight, take a little longer than 4 months to write your fucking scripts.
Yeah.
Anyway. Colonel, any part of this you want to chat about?
Nailing it. Just keep on going.
All right.
Now, I kind of want to
get
to this part here. Fucking, so at some point, she gets her hands on his phone. I can't remember exactly how she did it.
Oh, she says, "Hey, let's do a selfie real quick."
And
no
one can find a phone because she has the daughters.
She swiped Haley's phone.
Right.
Yeah. Under her skirt, she's like, "Oh, use your phone, Dad." Grabs it, snatches it right out of his hand, which is like
because he was taking a video of them at the piano.
Yes.
Singing that song.
She says she was stalling all over the place. So she's like, "Hey, I'll sing a song," and like the camera plans over. There's a fucking piano there.
Yep. And
it's kind of funny.
It was a good one. It was a good wipe too, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Where it was just like, "Hey, I can play a song."
Yeah, that was a good shot. But she runs into the bathroom and locks herself in there, and the husband, the butcher, just starts freaking out. He's banging on the door. Daughter and wife are yelling at him like, "Hey, what are you doing? Why just let her go to the bathroom in peace? You know what are you doing?" Just he doesn't want her to have this phone. And the part that gets me, the part that kind of bugs me is instead of going to this like CIA-esque SWAT team-ass fucking people that she was just working with, calling them and being like, "Hey, I'm with the butcher," she goes on like Instagram Live or some shit. It starts being like, she starts describing the house. Like she talks to the prisoner and gets like as many descriptions as she can from him, and then goes on Instagram Live and says, "Hey, can you find a lion statue next to a blue door?" Like, dude, you have access to a SWAT team and you go on Instagram Live? Excuse me?
I was like, "Where's Steve?" Because this is some Blues Clues shit, motherfucker, going on.
Yes, exactly.
What the fuck, bro?
That's good right there. That's good right there.
Good. Yeah,
clip that.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Go. I mean, it is what it is.
There's your producer's cut open right there.
Beautiful, right there.
On you their phase, but I mean, goddamn, I thought that the whole fucking time, man, when that was happening, you know.
It was
super stale. What was the Airbnb one? super
Superhost.
host, did this bit with the online live way better than they did it here.
I feel like this is where his daughter's like, "Hey, Dad, it wouldn't be so cool if I went Instagram live and I was able to track down a serial killer." And I'm like, "Sure." Just right now.
God damn it.
He's coked to the gills. Just okay, I got this.
We're gonna get this fucking shit done.
This sounds so accurate, Colonel. That's my headcanon now.
Yeah, that was a terrible point in the movie, because that was the point where they just pretty much threw any sense of reality that they still had left gone.
Because she opens the door after by the way, he's kicking the shit out of the door the whole time this is happening for like 5
he
strongest door ever.
He unlocks the door though.
Yeah, he picks the lock, and he's just standing there, and she's just standing there like this. Dude, I thought he was gonna Friday the 13th the game her ass, bang, right by the neck, and it just didn't happen. He just said
The butcher didn't butcher.
Yeah, he grabs the phone and looks it up, and oh hey, look at that. How'd you do
You got
that?
away.
The guy's gone. So yeah, exactly. Something that was going to take 15 minimum 20 minutes to do happens in like 3.
Yeah, her Instagram followers found this man in like 2 minutes. It's unbelievable.
And got him out.
And got him out.
Destroys
Like-
the FBI. Destroys the accuracy.
Goddamn.
I mean, seconds. They were like, "Oh yeah, I live by a blue broken lion statue. Yeah, I'm right across the street.
There's a blue door right across
There
the
is a blue
street.
door there."
Oh.
Like, I thought the least likely thing that happened
What
in
do
this
you
movie
see,
was
kids?
Riley
It's a
getting on
blue
stage and singing with her idol. But then this shit fucking happened. It's like, goddamn, it can actually get less realistic. Here you are.
It's mail.
Yeah, get on your thinking chair, get your fucking handy dandy notebook out, because it's
The
Blues
handy dandy
Clues
notebook.
time.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Uh,
Oh Lord. Anyway, so the prisoner gets released. She sends a message to. Again, she doesn't even contact the FBI profiler that she is working with directly. She sends a message to her driver that's in the limo outside and says, "Call the police." But that's it. Doesn't say, "This is the fucking butcher's house." It just says, "Call the police."
that is the most she reached out.
And then, 95 SWAT team members show up. It took them longer to get to the house after she said call the police to her driver than it did for them to find that guy in the basement and release him. In movie
Right.
time. Check that out. Look at that later, because
I don't need
it's true.
And then, they all jump in the limousine, and then
He pulls some kind of Kaiser Soze bullshit.
somebody runs alongside of the door and goes, "Hey, I got this one, man. Take a hike." To the driver. He jumps in. He looks like a cop. You know what I mean? He's got a helmet.
Yeah,
on.
he's gotten
And
the SWAT team uniform. Jesus Christ.
you know who it is, and then they find a trap door in the fucking house. It's sorry, yeah, we're spoiling the fucking house.
Ooh.
But it's
They
so
lose him like
ridiculous.
37 times.
It's so ridiculous here, man, at this point. So now he's got him in the limo, right? And
Yeah.
we drive, and
She's handcuffed to one of the rails in the back seat.
he cuffs her to the rails. And I don't know, do we want to just go right through it, man? Go ahead.
Might as well. I mean, this train wrecks.
Do it. Just go.
Let's kind of
Okay.
shift here. Let's
Yeah,
shift
we
here a
can-
little
we
bit.
can Sprinkle
Might as
out
well.
the spoiling. That's fine.
Right. Before we get to the finale, we'll shift here on the Colonel Shyamalan's writing and directing. What'd you think? And before you comment, let me hit this line.
Oh my god.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Again, from the directing aspect, I did enjoy this film because, like I said, it was not your average Shyamalan film. But however, the writing was, I guess, somewhat of your average Shyamalan written film, just trying to please his daughter, though. Like, especially this third act. That's where I'm like, I'm spoiling it because we already know what the topic is. When we get the Vanity Project, I'll save most of that for that. It's just, I didn't know it was written in 4.5 fucking months, but now I know, I can tell it was written in 4.5 fucking months.
Yes.
It just poorly written. It was fun to a point. Then it just kind of went to shit. Like,
Agreed.
Yeah, it just, it just, none of it was believable. But like I said, what we already discussed in the third act, we have more coming for you folks.
Yeah.
That level just it's just so unrealistic. Like I said, it just zapped me right out of it. Like it just really did.
Let me ask you this: first act, believable.
Yes, very.
Second act and third act, not believable at all.
No, but at least
would you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, I was going to say I enjoyed the second act. You know, 5-finger discount and shit, and just fucking moving around. You know, like it was still fun to watch. Yeah, Act 3.
Most of the second act is okay. Most of it. But boy, when it falls, man, it's like a goddamn cliff. It's like down. It's over. And it doesn't really recover after that. I mean, the writing, I don't know, man. If this was the actual draft, it sounds like they just went, oh, that's it. All right, good enough. And this guy's renowned and known for rewrites upon rewrites upon rewrites to his own scripts. And maybe they just said, let's get this out. Let's get this. This is for the music career. Let's do this. Directing, it looked pretty good. I thought it shot neat. It had some interesting shots. It had some good framing. The pacing's pretty good. He knows how to make a fucking movie. They're all great. The acting, I can't complain about the acting at all.
Nope.
None of them.
Not even like the smaller characters.
No.
The thing, okay, this kind of goes to the writing, but again, and Colonel's kind of brought it up a little bit, that whole third act is meant as some kind of starring vehicle for his daughter. Because it pretty much takes all the fucking focus away from, well, not the entire third act, because we have the actual finale that we got to get to.
Right.
And that is another fucking shift of focus.
Yeah.
But let's say Act 3, Section A, is all about the fucking Lady Raven. And everything, I mean, you can almost see the camera go from Josh Hartnett, it's always close on his face for most of the movie. And then you see it pull away and it's like a mid-level shot. But then it's close up on Lady Raven's face the entire rest of the movie.
As the bathroom door closes,
okay.
It stays with her,
And that, again, that irritated me. But he did shoot it well and, directed it well. Yes, Face.
Yeah. One thing I kind of want to just pull off of that, like early on in the movie, I didn't notice this later on so much, but early on, I got taken out. I noticed how it's like there was a dialogue scene between the dad and like the bully's mom, or assuming the bully girl,
and it was perfectly
and it was like center shot, and then it would cut to her center.
Yeah,
the center. It was kind of like it'd be like here, they'd be like next person here, and back to the next person here. It's just like the most weirdly shot conversation for a casual like blah, 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 blah. How are you doing? Great. How about you? Just like it wasn't a serious, important conversation at all. But it was shot. Did you
guys? This is a little off topic, but did you guys notice Pat's King of Steaks in the background in the stadium?
No, I didn't.
I did not.
That's cool.
Fuck yeah!
Nice.
I actually, when I saw it, I was like, "Fuck yeah, Pat's!" in the theater.
Is that an Oklahoma staple?
No, that's where we went in Philly, dude, for the Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
See,
I
had the pizza.
Motherfucker, what the hell?
That's true.
You know how hungry I am about food.
I had the other
I
one
saw that on in the background. I was like, "Fuck yeah, Pat's!" And everyone's like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
I still haven't had Pat's.
About 6 people in the theater today when I was in there. So,
all right, let me look at the comments real quick. There's not many. BK says, thanks for saving me $25 plus the popcorn and slushy Coke. And slushy cost. I will not be seeing this dumpster fire. Check it out when it's on streaming. It's worth a stream.
$3 or $6. It's okay.
Right. Tarek says, that's a constant with him, though. Knight's writing is occasionally believable, and that's almost always by accident. You can still tell his dialogue is off. I got you.
This is probably one of his best examples of real good dialogue, though, I would say.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but third act, the dialogue falls apart.
Well, yeah, when he unravels, it's not as good.
Well, and like Faze mentioned, though, I'll get to your comment here in a second, Grizzly. Like Faze mentioned, though, the whole, going on Instagram and that whole scene was just, it was tough to watch. It was tough to watch. I mean,
this is kind of where we're at, dude. People are going to be using the tech that they have to tell stories now, I think it's not going away.
Yeah, but like she had the fucking SWAT team right there, man. Like on speed dial.
Come on in.
I don't know. It bugged me.
Yeah. Grizzly says, I think a lot of his dialogue is used for exposition that he did not know how to include in the actual movie without talking to the audience.
I see where I can see where he's coming from.
You're right. No, he's right. But we've talked about this before. Don't treat your audience as dumb as you think they are. He could have let the audience figure out a lot of this shit on their own, or done it more subtly at least.
Start breaking that fourth wall, man. You become Deadpool. You don't want to do that.
Right. Then Tarek says, needs a Scooby-Doo ending. Oh, well, that brings us...
Scooby-Doo ending.
That brings us to the finale.
You want a Scooby-Doo ending?
This
all right.
This is it's like Oprah. You get a Scooby-Doo ending. You get a Scooby-Doo ending. You get a Scooby-Doo ending.
My God, man.
All right. Ziggy, start us off with the finale. And after... well... I'll start with the end of the limo scene.
Right. Okay. Take
the limo gets surrounded by people.
Yes.
They find out Lady Raven's in there. They start taking her picture. Yeah. And she's like, help me, call the police. And people surround the limo so it can't move unless he just drove through the crowd, which he is a fucking serial killer.
Was waiting for it.
So why didn't he do that?
Because part of the game, man, is the planning of it and the taking of the.
I know, but but then all of a sudden the SWAT team shows up there. They're able to get there immediately, and they shoot out the tires. She gets out. She breaks out of the handcuffs somehow. She gets out of the limo. They shoot out the tires. They shoot out the driver's side window. Oh my God, he's gone! And you could see him in another shot, like put the hood up.
I spotted it as soon as the hood went up. I went, there he is.
Yeah,
because it's very Where's Waldo-ish. He's there. Right. You got to look though.
Continue, Ziggy, with our Scooby-Doo finale.
They go, oh no, he must have been in the crowd, and he's gone, man. He vanished. And so they go, okay, get the kids. They gather up the kids. Kids go to the relatives, and our hero meets the guy she rescued and everything. Big hugs, and thank you and all that, and the slow motion kind of. I thought it was gonna be over right there. The way it was. Oh, he escaped, and that's it. No.
Nope.
No. He would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids. So now we do another focus shift over to his wife, who we meet. When the singer comes over to meet the family, that's when we meet the wife. So now you're thinking, okay, she's in on this. I think. No, Crank, we need to do the proper.
Okay, yeah, you got it. I'm on something else. I'm looking at something.
And so she's on the phone, and we're gonna get your kids back to you. She's talking to the profiler, and we're gonna get him. Don't worry. And she kind of hangs up, and then she hears a voice. He's in the fucking house, and starts recapping things. And he goes, I was really thinking about it, and how could they have known this unless you told them? So he starts putting together this whole fucking thing. Go ahead, Craig.
Right. Well, no, I was just going to throw this up there because somebody asked, BK asked, how did the cops know the killer was going to be at the show? That's part of the reveal at the end.
Yeah.
I don't even think we need to really talk too much about that. Leave that spoiler free.
Yeah. Okay.
But there is, and Adam brought this up. Adam and I have talked about this movie a little bit through Messenger. And he said, try not to give any spoilers away, but the scene with Josh and his wife in the kitchen was absolutely amazing. She looked genuinely terrified.
I've said enough then. But he lays it out, what he thinks is going on. And she's got to sit there and listen and try to convince him that's crazy. And I think we can get this, we can get this dropped, So I don't know. I got to stop there, man.
Well, yeah, but I think we can say, there is a conflict there, but help arrives.
Help arrives just in the nick of time.
Right. And then the end, I will say this, the ending is left open.
Wide open.
Sort of.
But very obvious.
Colonel, what did you think of the finale?
I think I liked it better than the first time I seen it when I seen Wayne's World for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to end the movie like this.
Yeah.
Every fucking endings, man. I was like, shit.
All right.
Let's do the Thelma and Louise.
Oh my god.
FaZe, what about you? What was the finale like for you?
Do you want me to just get right to the very end of it here?
No, just what were your thoughts of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did it?
No, not really. There's one final thing to it that kind of ruined it for me.
Okay. What was that?
Well, the final time when he's finally getting arrested, when he's finally being taken away, he's the SWAT team's taking him to the car, and they barely have him cuffed. They're barely even carrying him there. And
are we gonna say it? Are we gonna say it? What happened? Or are we just gonna say this is something that a SWAT team that has just apprehended a fucking serial killer would not allow to happen?
Oh, ever.
Can we just leave it at that?
Just leave it at that.
Do you want to just leave it at that?
Yeah.
Just something that a SWAT team would never allow in a gajillion fucking years happens.
If he had moved even a little bit to the left, he would have been shot in the fucking head.
Yeah.
He would have been shot, or at the very least tackled by 17 guys, man. So this just would not happen, cannot happen, doesn't happen ever.
It's absurd on top of absurd on top of absurd. It just doesn't stop being absurd throughout this whole fucking film.
The third act is especially just
nonsense.
They're piling on more and more in the sandwich of absurdity.
Shyamalan Ding Dong strikes again. God damn it. That's my thoughts on the fucking finale.
All right.
More ridiculousness, sir? Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. There will be ridiculousness. All right. Easy question. Shyamalan on Trap, hit or miss? Colonel?
Miss.
Ziggy?
Near miss.
Near miss. That's not a category.
Just miss.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Well, I don't want to err to the side that it was a near miss, that he didn't miss. I want to say just missed.
Just missed.
Just
right. FaZe?
It started off okay, but it's a mess. It's a hard mess.
Yeah. It's going to get a higher score than it should from me, at least. Well, no, maybe it's not, because I'm rearranging numbers in my fucking head right now. Because
dude. I want to like M. Night Shyamalan, man. I want to. I always fucking want to.
Well,
I always give him the doubt.
The thing that disappoints me is his ideas are fucking clever. This is a fucking clever idea. Knock at the Cabin, clever idea. Much better done, and a much better film, by the way. Old, clever fucking idea. Most of his movies, clever fucking ideas. But then
The Woods. That goddamn, that's one of my favorites of his, and people shit on it, but I love that one. You know,
Right.
He got something for everybody, but damn, it's way scattered to nail everyone at once.
here's what I want him to do. Fucking collaborate. Find another writer and hand them a first draft after 4.5 fucking months and turn that over to some other writer and get some notes back. Or let him take a pass. You've got clever ideas, you just don't know how to write them to completion. So
what are you saying? Hit or miss?
Miss. Fuck. Patricia says there's not enough fucks in this episode. Well, fuck. This is a big
Fuck
miss.
this movie.
It's a fucking near miss. Yeah, man. I mean, he could have tweaked a couple of things, and this is probably a solid fucking. Could at least get this thing to a 7.5 or something, man. I don't know.
For
Maybe
you.
an 8 if it's right. If you did it right, if you fixed a couple of things. But unfortunately, that did not.
Paula says phase. That's what we call him over here too. Yeah, we.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that was the first time we've called him that the entire show. I
Same here.
was trying to stay professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patricia says Colonel looks thoroughly unamused by this movie.
I was.
I was never a fan of Shyamalan.
And then Tarek says Colonel just looks thoroughly unamused by default.
I do have a wrestling bitch face. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh God! All right. Last thing. Well, one of the last things. Was this a vanity project? Was this something that he just did for his daughter?
I'm just gonna say
Phase.
this.
Oh, Colonel.
Because I've been holding this one in since we got started. All right.
Oh, that's
This
true.
was the second best music video that got turned into a film behind Hard Rock Zombies. So that's essentially what I felt like this was. This is not really, but it was definitely a vanity project. Oh, my daughter's so talented. Let me make a movie to showcase her music, showcase her acting skills.
This
and I've seen this done in the movie industry before, particularly in the independent movie film industry. It's Daddy's got some money. Daddy's got a talented girl. It's like what's the term they're using for it now?
Nepotism.
No, nepo baby or something
Nepo
like that.
baby, yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially what this felt like. Oh, my dad's rich. Hey, Dad, I can sing. All right, I'll make you a movie. We'll push your music out. We'll make you a star.
I mean, it's not awful. I if it was really fucking god awful, that would really suck. But I mean, she does have some talent. I'll give her that. Acting, I'm not sure. I mean, she just pulled her weight. She pulled her weight. Well, I mean, but I didn't like. It wasn't believable to me. It wasn't really her acting.
Right.
It's just the scenario she was in. That
Right.
was horseshit.
She pulled her weight, but she couldn't even carry the entire third act, which she was pretty much, it was laid on her.
It was laid on her.
And I don't think she pulled it off. She was okay. But
I say stick to singing.
She pulled her weight. She
I
did what she
say
did.
this is
She disappeared,
absolutely a vanity project.
While all this thing is going on, the singer was gone when the killer gets back to the. I mean, it's.
Oh
It's
yeah,
all over.
no, she's out.
She's out. She never comes back. You never see her again. Everyone gets out of the fucking limo, and it's just the kids and stuff at the end.
Right.
That's true.
She's
Yeah,
gone.
She's out of the movie by that point.
Out.
You don't need her anymore.
Back on tour.
God, it never even occurred to me, but you're 100,000% right. She was gone. That's funny as hell. What the fuck?
So, Ziggy, what generation are we? Are we Gen X?
Yeah. Isn't that X? Yeah.
I don't remember. I think so.
Z, right? After us.
Well, there was a Gen Y too, wasn't there? I think.
And you guys are Gen X, from my understanding.
Okay.
I'm what
to
they
like
call
82
a
or something.
millennial.
Okay.
You're a millennial?
Well, technically, I'm like a Zenlennial because I'm like the elder millennial. I'm like the first generation millennial.
Okay.
So I grew up watching G.I. Joe and Transformers and shit like you guys did.
Sure.
I also had the fucking internet when I was a kid. Like,
Well, my reference is probably only going to be understood and appreciated by Gen Xers. Trap is 2024's version of the all-nighter from like 1986.
the fuck are you talking about?
Heavy, dude. We went and saw that shit. We were so excited with Bangles girl, right?
Yeah, with Susanna Hoffs.
Susanna Hoff.
And I think the director is now her husband, but he was trying to fuck her back in the day. So he wrote and made this movie for her. And I love Susanna Hoffs to death, but bitch can't act.
Dude, saw it at a midnight movie. Opening night when that came out. We were so excited to go see that because we thought it was gonna, maybe get some boobs or something, and that's a bad movie.
But was that a good comparison?
It blew my mind, dude. That's great. That's fucking perfect.
Phase. Was this a vanity project for Shyamalan and his daughter?
I mean, I don't want to just assume it, but it really does seem like it. It's hard to say no to that.
All right.
I think he had an idea, and he needed to fill fucking 45 more minutes. So we got the concert.
God damn it. Such a weird. I mean, yeah, I'm pissed after hearing it. It was written in such a short amount of time.
That was the worst part. Oh crap! What else did I miss back here? Okay, I'll come back to that. All right. All right, guys. Here we go. Final thoughts and ranking. I'm going to start with Colonel because he is thoroughly, visibly unamused.
Very unamused by Trap. Like I said at the beginning, I love the concept. I was like, this is a really cool concept. But it's also M. Night Shyamalan. Like, I'm either going to like it or I'm going to fucking hate it. To his credit, I don't absolutely hate this movie. You've heard our complaints. It could have been better. But like I said, 2/3 of it was very enjoyable. Unrealistic, but enjoyable. I get the Wayne's World ending with the little Scooby-Doo ending. Like, too many false endings kind of ruined it. And the fact that, yes, it was a vanity project. Overall, though, I say it's worth a watch. I feel like I'm going too high, but I'm going to give it a 6.
All right. Phase, let's go to you.
Go to me? I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's like I said already. It started off all right, like we've all been saying. It fell apart. Fell apart really hard. The parts where it fell apart really bothered me. The ending sucked, and you know me with shitty endings. It's a -2 right there. So, damn, a 6 does feel kind of high. I mean, the stars did a pretty good job in this. I'll match you, Colonel. I'll meet you at 6.
Fuck. Ziggy, Jesus.
Yeah, I love a good story telling and everything, and 2/3 of this movie was that. Well, just under 2/3 of it. But then, yeah, it just gets. You lost me at the selfless Wonder Woman act of Lady Gaga, man. I just don't. I did not believe it, and it would not happen. It just could not happen. It will not happen, and it just cost you a bunch of points with that shit. I don't really mind the open ending the way they did it this time, because I doubt we're gonna see another one with him.
No.
Oh, God.
But you never know. I mean, they did that whole unbreakable thing, but
Yeah, that's true.
they just dropped the ball, man, with that third act, and it could have been a better movie, but it's a 6.
Fuck.
Sorry we
Six,
disappointed you,
six.
Frank.
No, it's funny because here's what's funny about this. I walked out of the theater and I was thinking 6.
Yeah.
But now after talking about it for 90 fucking minutes, I can't stick with 6. I'm dropping it to a 5. This was
Wow.
This was middle of the road for me.
I feel
This
that
is-
so hard.
This is up there with, like, for this year at least, Tarot, which I gave a straight 5 just because the creatures were kind of cool that were in that. The story was okay, but it just didn't. The payoff wasn't good, so that one was a 5. But yeah, this one's a 5 for me. So 6665. Ooh.
It's pretty bad.
That's right.
Down the river. buddy.
Grizzly says, "FaZe, you need to capture Crank's face when he said, 'Bitch can't act.'"
I took a note of that actually. I may try to.
That could be the next shirt.
Next shirt.
Tarek says, "Crank is crank as fuck, and Colonel is RTUF, resting thoroughly unamused face."
There you go. That's a
Or,
good shirt.
actually, I think it's you don't even need to thoroughly. It could just be Colonel is rough, resting unamused faced.
Incoming from Lady Raven.
Thanks for saying.
Grizzly says 6. Nice. For me, all his movies, it's either 7 or higher or 3 and lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And Tarek says rough. That's it right there. Yep. There we go.
Well, unfortunately, most of these movies from 2024 have been rough.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I've been sitting in the theater, like,
I was just looking at my list, man, and I was going, fuck.
Now,
This is the top of my list?
folks, there is a mid-credit scene.
Oh, goodness.
It's just a little comic throwback, but
worth
it's nice. It's
fun.
worth staying. So if you do go to see this, or if you're watching it at home when it comes out, yeah, stick around. And you don't even have to stick around very long. You got to stick around for when it starts scrolling, it gets up to about 2/3 of the way up, and then it breaks in. So you don't even have to wait very long. So, okay, BK says 0 mention of why he was a serial killer. Yeah, no.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, there's a little bit. The singer, he finds out, and by the way she's talking to him, that she was coached by the profiler on how to get to him.
Well,
You know?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
They
right.
do talk about his profiler.
Right.
The profiler says something about, that he was, basically treated badly by his mom, emasculated by his mom, and he even sees a vision of her. So
Right.
yeah,
He's
We
got
didn't
mommy
really mention
issues.
this. He sees in his demented mind images of his mom in in a few different scenarios as he's looking around.
that's a
trying to
good
solve
point. So yeah, I
problems.
guess there is a reason, but
it's still
Right.
lame. It's like, man, come on. It's like every serial killer's fucking origin story.
I know, it's clunky as hell.
It's loose,
dude.
It's very loose, but
I mean-
it's easy to connect at the end.
if you're gonna grow up like that, though, that means Bill Burr should be a serial killer because he always talks about how his mom didn't hug him.
Right.
You know?
Crazy and serial killer based on how his dad fucking treated him.
Exactly. So, all right. Adam says the visit.
What?
The Visit was Shyamalan's best work, in my opinion, but it was good to see Josh Hartnett on the big screen again. Like I said, Adam and I have been chatting a little bit about this movie since he saw it today, I guess. And he actually just messaged or commented earlier that he was getting ready to go see it again with his daughter. But he brought up something about us doing a top 5 Shyamalan list at some point down the road. We can't do it anytime soon because we're booked through like October. But
Colonel, please come on, man. Oh, you lifted your hand right at the wrong time. That sucks.
I know.
thoughts?
Seriously, this is my face about top 5 Shyamalan. It took 4
I can do it.
fucking years to get a top 5 Romero. Shyamalan could wait 4 years.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till
Well-
Frank's next vacation.
Here's what I told Adam when he brought it up. I was just like, I don't mind. That's not a bad idea. I'll put it on the list. And then right after that, I sent back, the guys will hate that.
No,
So.
I could do it. I could totally do
I can do the top 3.
it.
Top 3. Yeah.
I could probably squeeze out the top 5 with
There's-
honorable mentions and everything else.
You could get them all, I think. It wouldn't be hard.
He's
You'd have to
only
watch a
got
couple
maybe,
of movies. Yeah,
what is this? Maybe his 15th
yeah. something
movie?
like that. So
That's not that many. So, all right. Well, gang, any of you guys out there, did you watch Trap? Give us your score for it. Tell us what you thought about it in the comments. We got a couple minutes here. But I do want to announce next week.
well,
Somebody wants to announce next week.
Sunday is it's a double whammy next week.
Yeah, we got a double whammy next week. I don't have a graphic for that one, though.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I could probably play the thing here. On here.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that. Let me get that.
All righty then.
All righty. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to.
I'm not amused at this wait time, Zach.
Not amused either. All right, talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
All right.
Damn it. Hold on.
Well, we're waiting.
Touche.
Some bitch.
Touche.
Payback's a bitch. Payback's a bitch.
Touche, my friend.
Oh my god.
I'll be
Still
right.
talking amongst ourselves. Are you ready?
I'll be there in a second. You know,
All right. So,
I got something else to say. I'll get this ready.
what's going on in your world, Colonel? You doing anything this week?
Working. Got to finish up school shopping. So there's a few supplies I forgot.
When does school start?
The 14th. It's the first day. I know Thursday. Yeah, they're starting early this year for some reason.
Jesus.
Yeah, Thursday I meet Sarge's teacher at 3:30. Then I have to be at the high school at 4 to pick up the laptop and the schedule for the high schooler. For the 10th grader, Jesus Christ, she'll be driving in a year.
Wow.
That's scary.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Should be able to parallel park better than you, buddy.
she's fucking better where we live. Like, if you don't have parallel park, you're fucked.
Right.
That's right.
I've gotten pretty good at it, man. I have.
Jay-
I still fuck up, but
Nice.
JJ down in Dallas, my buddy that's a member, he was talking about that school starts like today. School started today for him. It was the
Wow.
first
Oh.
official first day. Yeah. But he also says they have a lot of like weird breaks, like for no fucking reason. So.
Okay, without further ado.
Oh, well, you would dude the fuck out of this.
Hold up.
Sunday.
This Sunday.
I got switched for a video. I can't even hear.
Talk about it. Talk it up, man.
Yeah, man. There's not many left from the Fulci universe. They're dying off, man. They're getting old. I mean, it's been 45 years, 50 years, 60 years in some cases. And we got a chance here to sit down with one from House by the Cemetery. She played May. I'm fucking stoked. It is tough to find. I've been watching some of her other interviews just to find some questions that she hasn't heard yet. I've got a few things, man, but boy, I hope we can get a few more. But join us this Sunday, 12:30 p.m. What is you laughing at, man?
Because I started laughing at it too when I saw it on the video. I don't think I've seen that even. But Tarek says, laughing my ass off. That 3 heads reveal was the best.
Oh, that's good.
You got to do that with every video. Have any reason for the 3 of you to just peek around the corner with that.
Yeah, well,
It made me laugh too. I chuckled when it happened.
next week you'll see something new.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
We'll see.
Yes.
Uh,
But yes, man, I'm fucking totally stoked to somebody that actually worked with the great Fulci, the maestro. You know, we might
we're
even
just
have
gonna-
a special guest to come in and give a special greeting when she arrives.
Ah,
So you don't want to miss that either.
so bring your English Italian translation book with you.
That's right. Well, I got something better than that, so don't miss. Yeah.
Okay, Tarek also says, wow, Shyamalan has written and directed 19 movies now. I still call BS on him writing Knock at the Cafe. Yeah, we're not getting into that right now. And he's got 2 more on the way. Well, maybe when one of those other 2 comes out, then we can package a review and a top 5 then. So.
I still was to say yes, but god damn it. Like I said, it took too long for George to get one. Shyamalan gets one like that.
Almost looks like Shyamalan's got more movies than Romero did. So, 19.
Yeah, but I prefer quality over quantity, dude.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
Quality.
Yeah, that's not what you're. Never mind.
What's that, George? What are you saying about M. Night Shyamalan?
Paula says school officially starts tomorrow for her.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Man.
Everybody's starting early this year. What the fuck?
And she also says fantastic birthday eve gift, guys. That's awesome. And Rick says can't wait for this. Love House by the Cemetery. I'll be there for sure.
I knew Rick would be there, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rick, how'd you like Great American Ballpark, man?
Oh yeah. He's been in Cincy, hadn't he? Did you guys get a chance to meet up while he was down there?
No, I had.
Oh, you had a pretty busy weekend actually.
Yeah, I had my sister's benefit on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was there all day. So.
Yep.
How'd that
Forgot
go?
about
Does she
that.
still have an address? Is that still open or is it closed up now? Like, is there still a donation?
I have to talk to her. I'm sure it's still open. I know she goes to. Looks like she'll be going to Ohio State in a couple weeks for this experimental treatment. So how it goes.
Hey, man, this is as a lifelong DCS is no more appropriate place to go ahead and throw that up there. So get that ready and we'll share that, man.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Rick says, yes, it was amazing. He saw the no-hitter.
What the
At least
fuck?
I never seen a no hitter, but I wish it was the other way around. I wish the Reds threw the no hitter.
Nobody's seen a no-hitter.
All right. Along with Sylvia Colatino, is that how you say it?
Colatina.
Colatina. Along with Sylvia Colatina on Sunday. Next Monday for Monday Maniacs, we got another special guest, and he might also have some friends join. We're going to be joined by the writer-director of the upcoming Stream, which comes out August 21st. Michael Levy is going to join the show and talk about the movie and everything else.
If you didn't know, this fucking guy is this whole team is the Terrifier team, man.
Right.
So
Right. But this movie, I mean, listen to the cast from this movie that's the Stream. Danielle Harris, Terry Kaiser, David Howard Thornton, Jeffrey Combs, Dee Wallace, Tony Todd, Daniel Roebuck, Bill Moseley, Dave Sheridan, Felissa Rose, Tim Reed from WKR motherfucking P in Cincinnati? Fuck yeah. Damian Maffei. I mean, stacked fucking cast. Hopefully.
Special makeup effects, Damien Leone,
Yeah.
director of the Terrifier and makeup guy from those movies. So
Right. So that one's going to be a pretty cool little interview. We're going to chat with him about the upcoming movie, even talk about a little bit of his work with Terrifier and with Damien and David and all those guys. So I'm pretty excited about that one. We were going to do this a little bit closer to the... we were going to do this a little bit closer to the release of Stream, but we also want to go on... I know FaZe wants to talk about Alien Romulus, so... We had to move this interview up a little bit just to give us room for an Alien Romulus review in 2 weeks.
I got
along
a feeling
with the rankings. So
once this one hits the circuit anyway, I think this guy's going to get booked up pretty fast.
Right.
So happy to take him when we can.
Yep. But that one's going to be a lot of fun. Dun, 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 dun. I can't. Okay, Rick says, I wanted to hit you up, but wasn't sure what time I would get in, for how long I would be there. was in town for work.
Yeah, sorry about your hotel, man. And I'm glad someone told you to check for bed bugs because Cincinnati's really bad for bed bugs, especially in hotels.
Yeah, jeez. Thanks for warning.
Hopefully you had
Thanks for warning
Skyline
us.
when you were in town.
Oh yeah, did you get some Skyline? That's a good fucking question. Joshua says, "Fuck yeah, can't wait to see stream."
Yeah.
Paula says, "Happy birthday to me." That's right. Exciting things are happening in the DCS world.
And we're coming to town next month.
And Tarek says, "No offense to Michael Levy, but how the hell did he score the budget he'd need for that streamcast?" Well, I think it was a crowdfunding, wasn't it?
I think there was a crowdfunding, but again, they got fucking Terrifier money now from that last one. So
Yeah, and they've got some.
Yeah.
They, who's the other big cat? Fat cat
Bill
producer.
Falcone,
Yeah.
he's involved too.
Yeah, he's involved too. So there's
Hopefully
where
he may show up with.
there's where that money came from.
Right on, and if he shows up, that'll be great. We see him at all the fucking cons, man.
Uh-oh. Shit. Colonel? Rick says, "LOL, I had Gold Star because we have a Skyline here."
All right. We got 5 minutes. So we got to make this quick, Rick. How disappointed were you? Like, if you're going to get Gold Star, get a fucking cheeseburger, man, because that chili is shit. Crank can tell you. Like, I had to prove it to him, too. I was like,
Oh,
Gold
God,
Star
I tried
fucking
it.
sucks. Don't get it.
I tried it. I wasn't impressed. Anyway.
Basically, what Colonel is saying, Rick.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
No, that's not what he's saying.
Asshole.
Oh, that's what he's
I'm
saying.
saying he
That's
just made a bad decision.
But yeah. Yeah. So, guys, you excited for Michael Levy next week?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty fucking cool, man.
I'll be honest. I obviously am a bit more excited for to get into the Fulciverse with someone that was actually fucking there. That is tickling my fucking stomach, dude. I don't know. I don't know if you got on your questions yet. I've got a nice page going here so far. Yeah.
Rick says he did get a burger
Good.
and chili fries chili fries throughout the
Yeah.
fries.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
burger and regular fries, dude. That's all you need a Gold Star. You're good.
Mm.
Like, some burgers are fucking good, man, for what they are.
Can't
Yeah.
get the burgers at the other place.
No, because
And then-
Skyline really makes really good fucking chili, and that's all they have is fucking chili.
Hey,
right.
man, that's
And
totally
Coney's.
ain't my thing at all, and it was pretty fucking tasty when I had my bowl of it. So
You can get Coney's.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's Destination Station. What's up, fellas? What's up? What's up, DS? You're showing up right at the end, so sorry.
we're about to leave.
We gotta go. Colonel's got a nap to take.
Yes, he's got.
Uh,
a
Yeah, because really it is a nap because I got to work for 4 fucking hours.
All right, so join us next week for Michael Levy, and we're going to
And
talk about
Sunday.
stream, and Sunday for Sylvia Calatina. What time is that on Sylvia? 12:30.
Standard time, so 11:30 your time and phase. If you're going to join us, Colonel, 12:30.
Maybe.
Yes.
Jimmy
Bullshit.
says, "Wait, Ziggy ate something else besides pizza?"
It
He took
happened.
a bite, dude. He didn't like eat it. He took a taste.
I ate a bowl of it. What are you talking about?
Did
I
you? I
got-
thought you just had fries and just like dip your fry in the.
No,
That's
remember
what I
I
thought.
actually got the order of it the last
Oh,
time.
that's right. That's right. You did
Yeah.
the second time. The second
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, they weren't going to let me leave. I think they were going to kick my ass if I didn't eat it.
That whole restaurant wanted to kick your ass that weekend.
I wasn't
All right, we
hungry.
got-
that weekend, and my fucking tooth was rotting out of my head. I couldn't eat it anyway.
We gotta thank our members one last time. Thanks to our final girls and guys: Christy, C-Phase, Lorena, BD, Alex, and Robert. Our Crazy Ralphs, Bell's Fancy Creations, Dr. Smiley, Raymond, and the whole damn enchilada pod. And of course, thanks to our camp counselors: Adam, Corey, Christy again, Luke, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy, Lynn, Orlando, Chuck Schick, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. You can become a member and check out the website at deathcursesociety.com. Don't forget, we got our new shirts. The Crank as Fuck shirts are now available in the store on the website as well. Check all that out. And of course, one last thanks to our associate producer, FaZe. Good show tonight, FaZe. You even did a little producing when you were doing or directing, even doing the shots with.
Oh yeah, that back and forth there.
Yeah, simulating Shyamalan's directing. That was
Yeah,
good.
for sure. It's that
Yeah.
easy.
It is. It can be that easy. Do you think you could direct a movie like Shyamalan?
Yep.
All right. So, thanks for tuning in, guys.
All you've been waiting for it. There it is.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been
Stunning
fun.
of the phase.
Well, we'll catch you. I can't even close this out. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, like I was for a second.
Well, that was like a little ghost shot. What the hell was that? Anyway, see you next week, Sunday and Monday. Double dose, a double dip.
Dipping. We're double
Dipping of DCS. See you next week. Thanks, guys. Love y'all. Woo!
Just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Ah!